Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Legend. As you remember, last time we arrived to the scenic garden. In fact, it's so pretty that even a seasoned adventurer like Miss Croft here will admit it later.
If all else fails, I can get into the postcard business. Oh, now look at the little termites mucking it all up. That won't do at all.
Looks like they didn't get in from this side. Any idea?
We'll see. I do my best thinking plunging off cliffs.
By the way, I hope that the previous video sounded alright for everyone, because when I tried to watch it, my voice was distorted like crazy and I ended up sounding like one of the Transformers from the new movies. It was funny but also terrifying because it messed up all of audio synchronization. Although I might try to do something like that on purpose sometime later if I can figure out a way to do it. So anyway, what are we doing right now? We are trying to pull out the pin from the platform in order to rotate it. All that just opened the way into the temple. Yeah, those ancient architects really had too much time on their hands. I mean, what's wrong with just having a set of keys to enter the temple? Oh, and by the way, enjoy the cutscene.
Oh, that's where we put the temple.
Grand entrances are always impractical. It's what makes them grand.
Lara! You're a busy beaver, aren't you?
Oh, look! It's Rutland. Fancy dropping down for a chat then?
Only if you can shoot this far.
You know long-distance relationships inevitably come to an end.
I'd wish you luck with that, but, you know.
You know what? I changed my mind. We are just going to swim around here in circles. Forever and ever and ever. Ooh, shiny! Also, it's impossible to get this reward before revealing the temple entrance because then strong underwater currents prevent you from getting near the reward. Did I mention that there are actually two more rewards here to either side of the one we just collected? So hang in there, cause there are gonna be a lot of swimming. Whoops, sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear it, but my phone's ringing right now, which is pretty distracting. Oh well, let it ring. Or just ignore it, or better yet think of it as another soundbite like the ones from my early videos. Oh, I wonder who is that insistent. So only one reward left before we go off to explore the oh so cleverly hidden temple. Now we just have to swim, which is extremely tedious in any game, even the best ones. Like for example in the latest Zelda game, the Twilight Princess, when you have to fight the water temple boss. And while it's fun to ride on a giant water serpent during the last stage of this boss battle, the first stage is just unbearable. You have to swim to the boss, grab his eye and then descend to the bottom to hit it. This descent takes at least 5 or 6 seconds even if you equip iron boots to speed it up. And of course you have to repeat this process 2 more times. So yeah, that part wasn't so bad. Anyway, now we have to pull this raft to us and use it to get across. If you fall off or miss the jump, you just get pushed back. Although, funny story, when I first played this game I saw that it was a chasm filled with mist. I mean, look at this water. If you squint, it really looks like mist or steam coming from a hot stream deep below the surface. And even if it was a bottomless pit like I thought it was, there was a checkpoint when we entered this hole, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
I've seen this before. In my father's sketchbook. He has been here.
Darn, it wasn't Rutland.
Of course it wasn't Rutland, that would have been too easy.
Not very effective for a trap.
Not these days. Something must be jamming the works.
Well then, how about we leave it that way? Maybe just these ones? Of course not! Oh well, I tried. I don't know if you can see it, but over there is a turret that can easily kill you if you're not careful. So, just to be sure, we are going to run to a relative safety underneath it. Okay, we are safe from turret fire, but now we have to deal with these guys. Seeing as Laru's rubbish at blending in. You have to be careful with these two, they are particularly grenade happy. Now we are finally going to commandeer the turret. Now I have the turret. Ho ho ho. I don't know why the reticles jumped so much. Is it auto aim that is somehow supposed to help me? Because if it is, well, it's not very helpful. And that issue seems to be specific to this and only this turret. Let me check if there is anything inside those crates. Nothing? Well, that was certainly unexpected. I think it's time for us to make our way out of here.
Water wheels got things running again. Congratulations, you got your wish. The place is a death trap.
It needed a woman's touch.
Okay, that's all well and good, but before we can go on, we have to activate the traps on the second floor. And for that we need to get the water run into the other water wheel. But before that, as usual, we are going to collect everything that is not nailed to the floor. We're gonna need this, this, and this. Don't need that. Alright, I think we are full. Let's get out. By the way, see that rope behind us? We could have used it to dislodge the column instead of destroying it. See, there is a bit of non-linearity even in Tomb Raider. It's not going to drastically change the plot of the game, but it's nice that someone Crystal Dynamics thought of it. Whoops, let's try that again. We were supposed to grab that rope and use it to get to the second floor. But I think I should have jumped a little to the right. Rope swinging. Serious business. You know, I remember in Tomb Raider 4 there was this level, I think it was in Alexandria. And I think it was Catacombs, where there was a huge room with a little pool and two ropes that you had to jump from in order to get to the other side. The thing is, in that game on PC you had to hold the control button in order to hang on to a rope. At the same time you had to push another button to swing and yet another button to jump. And somehow I was able to save while staying on a rope. I was, I think, 11 then. Anyway, that room was memorable because they had to jump from one rope to another at an angle while a slightest mistake would kill you. Despite all this, it was one of my favorite Tomb Raider games, if not my favorite game overall. Maybe I'll try to find a video of this moment to show you what I'm talking about if you haven't played this game. I'll probably put a link to it in the description. Oh, and by the way, we're still playing Tomb Raider Legend, do not be confused.
Counterparts directly down to the wheel.
Can't have a wheel without a couple thousand gallons of water.
No, it's simply not.
They seem to be trying really hard to convince us that we need lots and lots of water. I think we better stay here, rather than risk wasting a health pack on that wild beast. Come here, kitty kitty kitty, I won't harm you. Flawless victory. As I don't see a turret, or should I say create an Annihilator 500 around here, we'll just have to do that the old-fashioned way. I think I remember where all the rewards are, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Speaking of the rewards, there's one. Okay, here you have to be careful, because if you stay on the first block for too long, you won't be able to get to the second one. And I have no idea if it's even possible to reset these blocks. Here is water. Here is dry land. And here we have some sort of mechanism. What does it mean? Don't worry guys, actually I know exactly what it means, and I'll explain it to you in the next video. Until then, goodbye everyone!